Oh, there we go. Gold medallion of Sharif Abdul-Rahim of the 98 greats. So, one of those subsets that might be a little bit more rare. Oh, there we go. We are just on a tear. This is phenomenal.
Hey, welcome back to the most passionate program for card collectors on YouTube and possibly even on the internet. I'm your host, Jake Roy, 90s Bball Cards, and today, I'm sorry to say, I am injured. This pack opening has taken its toll on me, and I have a couple of injuries. You might be able to see I've got a couple band-aids on my hands. Don't worry, this is like my version of the flu game. I actually kind of had some mistakes while I was cooking for the kids, while we're all home on quarantine, trying some new things out, and these are the results. But I do not believe that these will impact any pack openings. So today, I'm happy to be able to come through with these injuries and have a very exciting pack opening that I've been really looking forward to. And I know that there have been a lot of requests for this product, so let's get right into it. I am happy to bring to you today, we have packs of 1997-98 Fleer Ultra. These are hobby packs, and these are Series 2 packs. So, Series 1 has a ton of fire. There's a lot of fire in Series 2 as well. One of the main differences is in the Series 2 packs, you're not going to be finding your Jordan and Kobe, Iverson, Penny base cards, which you've probably seen a lot of. But there's a subset, the 98 greats, which those great players are in. A little bit harder to pull, but we can definitely still get plenty of fire, and there's a ton of great inserts. This is one of those products that I know a lot of people were very fond of, as kids. Fleer Ultra was one of those higher end products. I know we've talked about the 93, 94 Ultra with the Scoring Kings, and a few of the other years, but 97, 98, you'll probably remember, is the first year that they had the Platinum Medallion that were numbered. So that's one of the things that makes this product even more sought after. And a lot of collectors, when we were younger, this was a little bit outside of our reach, or maybe it was one of the higher end things that we didn't get too often. So always, kind of trying to find some of these in a more affordable price bracket. And now, since the years have gone on and the things that are inside of these packs, people are even more interested in. Prices are surging, as I'm sure you've noticed on a lot of Jordan cards, but all 90s cards really are gaining a lot in value and popularity. So these packs were not easy to come by. They're not easy to find, and a lot of times when you can find them, there's not too many of them, and they are pretty pricey. So I was able to find them for a very good price. I was very pleased. Somebody actually came to me and they already had them at a pretty good price, and they negotiated down from there. So very happy to get these and be able to share these with you. And I'm really looking forward to what we could find in here. A lot of the fun things that I have in my collection that I can share through this product. So one of the things before we get into the fire inside the product and opening the product, I do want to mention that I know in my experience back in the 90s even, opening these packs, and you've probably seen it with some of the base cards, if you were looking for Tim Duncan rookie cards, finding one that's in really good shape is hard to do. These don't have any sort of a white border that might mask some of those edge and corner dings, but these also, pretty common to see edge and corner dings right out of the pack. So that's one thing I do want to caveat. We might be seeing some of that in these packs, and that's not uncommon for these. Not really sure the reason, other than you've got dark borders, which show imperfections a little bit more. But these are notoriously difficult to get really highly, great shape cards right out of the pack. So hopefully we get lucky, but without any further ado, let's get right into some of the PC and the fire that we could see in these packs.
Here we've got some of the PC items and things that we could potentially see in these packs. Now before I get into these, there are unfortunately a couple of inserts that I forgot to pull. I have them in my PC, they're not with some of my other player cards, so we don't have examples of them here, but I'll flash examples of those couple that I unfortunately neglected to bring out today. So hopefully you can forgive me for that. But let's start up here. So the gold medallions, that's the first thing. So these are one in every pack. So we should be seeing a couple of these. Hopefully we get some good players. So I've got a Penny here, a KG, again, one in every pack. And I really like, this is one of those parallels that became very popular. If you're looking at the value on these ones specifically, you're not looking at a ton of value. They're pretty common cards. You're looking at probably $5 to $10 at the best for guys like Penny and KG and Iverson and the like. But The Jordans, we've actually seen those go up quite a bit recently. And, so they have been about $10 to $15 in the past. And right now you can get probably $30 to $40, $40 being if it's in, significantly better condition. So, if you've got one of those, that's a nice card that's definitely ascending. And I think it's pretty cool looking with the gold on the name, the gold background, but still the player in color. Very nice. Again, one in every pack, so we'll be seeing a few of those. And then, like I had mentioned at the beginning, the 98 Greats. This is the gold medallion version of Penny, and the base subset cards, interestingly enough, are 1 in 4 packs. So I'm not exactly positive if the 98 Greats gold medallion version is any more rare. It's not listed as being any more rare that I'm aware of. It doesn't note it on the packs or in Beckett or anywhere else. So it would be kind of interesting if the actual subset card was more rare than the gold medallion version. That'd be kind of interesting, but I'm not sure if that's a fact or just speculation on my part. But these aren't as valuable as the base. So if you're looking at, let's just say you're looking at the two pennies, next to each other. The 98 Greats typically, it's not as eye-catching, and that typically will go for like $1 to $5 as opposed to 5 to 10 for the regular base. So, the Jordan version of the 98 Greats, the same is true there, whereas the base version, like that penny, is, a $30 to $40 card. The 98 Greats version is about a $15 to $20 card, which, if you like this design, that might be a good one to pick up. It's still relatively low, and I think it might have some room to grow potentially. We'll see how it goes, but so that's that one. And it's not as obvious with this one, as you'll see if we pull any of the base. The 98 Greats already has kind of a black and white scheme, so the gold medallion just adds a little bit of shimmer to it. But the way to tell is definitely on the back, just like the other ones. It will say it down by the bottom, gold medallion, and it'll have the G next to the number on the top. So that's the 98 Greats. And then the big thing that we're hopefully going to find, be really nice, is the Platinum Medallion. So here we've got an Allen Houston. These are numbered to 100 each. Like I said at the beginning, that's what really makes these very collectible. And, these are very highly sought after, even if you get a common player. But obviously, getting a player like a Jordan, Penny, Iverson, what have you, is gonna, really rake quite a bit in. So the Jordan, even though that the 98 Great, even with these, like we're looking at the Jordan potentially getting, is not as valuable as the regular Platinum Medallion. The Jordan is still probably close to $1,000 card. They don't come up terribly often, as you can imagine. There's only 100, so those are pretty rare. A Kobe is about a $500 card last I saw it. That's right around where it was selling for, and a penny's probably about 150. Iverson's about 150 as well. So, those are some of the values of some of the stars. But even if you get somebody who's not a star or not as big of a star, you're still probably looking at about a $25 to $50 card. And some of those semi-stars are a little bit more collectible, so they might go for a little bit more. So, definitely something that would be very exciting. And one thing I did want to note that, in my opinion, the gold medallion actually I think is a better looking card. The Platinum Medallion, it just grays out the player. I think it's a little bit more monotone. Obviously, you've got a little bit more design element in the lettering, or the foil that they use on the lettering. But if I'm comparing these two aesthetically, I'm going for the gold medallion personally. But that's just my opinion. Take it for what it's worth. Now, some of the other things that we could see, very rare, but we could see in line with those parallels are, there were actually 5 serial numbered redemption cards for the entire set in Platinum Medallion. So there's only 5 of those redemptions. I've never seen one. I don't imagine that there are any out there still, but if there are, maybe it's in these packs. Obviously, you can't redeem those anymore, so, what the collectability of something like that may be is hard to tell, but we could potentially see that. It should be numbered. It should be fairly obvious. That would be pretty exciting, but, not even sure what we're looking for there. And then the other thing that we could see, extraordinarily rare, again, our Masterpiece Collection. Those are each numbered to 1, and, those look very similar in the 97-98 to the Platinum Medallion, so, if we pull one, it might be hard to see at first, but definitely on the back, you'll see the serial numbering. That's the telltale sign on those. So, Be very exciting if we were to pull any of those, but time will tell. Hopefully we get lucky. So one of the first ones that I don't have here is the all rookie team, or the all rookies. That's 1 in 4 packs, so that just highlights the rookie class from this year. So, really the big players there are Tim Duncan and T-Mac. Those are really the big guys, and, not a ton of value in that set. It being 1 in 4 packs, you're looking at probably about $5 or so. I know when I was a kid, I got a Derek Anderson. I was very excited. I liked Derek Anderson. Team Jordan, he had a lot of cool shoes. But, not a ton of value there. So, we might get one per the odds. We should see one, but nothing too exciting there. Next up, we have Sweet Deal. So here we've got a Juwan Howard, and we've also got a Chauncey Billups, and this was Chauncey Billups' rookie year. So these are 1 in 6 packs. Again, not really any rhyme or reason to why these are called Sweet Deal. You might think that would be something that they'd save for players who were traded, and maybe it was a good trade for a team, or, maybe a player who was drafted. But, in this case, Juwan Howard was not a new player to the Washington Wizards, and Chauncey Billups was a rookie. So not sure the rhyme or reason, not a ton offered there in the design either. These are kind of basic cards. 1 in 6, a good chance to get one, but also the checklist on these is leaves a little bit to be desired. It doesn't have a ton of star power, so nothing too exciting there, unless you've got a PC player who might be in that set, and then that's a little bit more exciting. But none of my PC guys are in that set, unfortunately. The next one, again, one that I don't have a copy of here, unfortunately, is Rim Rockers. And those are actually pretty neat cards. Very 90s type of design on some of the fonts there. And also die cut, which I loved. Kind of similar to one of the total certified die cuts that is popular now, that has LeBron and Giannis and some other great players. So this was kind of the precursor to that, where you've got the cut around the player on the edge of the card. An interesting set because the theming was around players who dunk often. Again, the checklist was not the most star-studded checklist. You do have some all-time greats like David Robinson, Charles Barkley, John Stockton, but again, Rim Rockers, I'm not sure why John Stockton is in that set. Terrell Brandon is another guy who's in that set. Again, those were not high flyers. Terrell Brandon had a few dunks in games. I don't think John Stockton ever dunked in a game, so not sure the rhyme or reason behind the players that were picked in that set either. Kind of a curious one, but a very cool looking set, so I would love to see us get one of those. I do have a couple in my collection. Always like those, but not a ton of value. $1 to $5 on most cards there. So we'll see if we get any of those. Next up, we've got the neat feats right here in the middle. So we've got a Michael Finley, and we also have Terrell Brandon, like we talked about with the Rim Rockers. So the neat feats are 1 in 8 packs, just like the Rim Rockers. And I like these quite a bit more than some of the other cards like the Sweet Deal. You probably can't tell with these being in the top loaders, but the background is all kind of a matte finish, kind of harkens back to the 97-98 Fleer products. And then the player is embossed. The neat feet, some of the lettering there is embossed as well. And the player is also in a gloss finish. So, a lot more going on here compared to some of the other inserts that we've seen up to this point. Just 1 in 8 packs. Again, not a incredible checklist, but you're definitely getting some better players, at least in my opinion. Michael Finley was a guy I really enjoyed watching, and Terrell Brandon, both guys that made a couple of all-star teams and were always kind of on that fringe. So again, not a lot of value. These are all kind of following the same theme right now, but those would be fun to see. 1 in 8 packs. We'll see what we get on that. The next one up, again, I forgot to grab my Iverson of this, but it is the View to a Thrill. Those are 1 in 18 packs, and this is where we start getting to some of the better cards, a little bit harder to pull, and I thought these were pretty cool. These are some of the more thrilling players, some of the high flyers, some of the spectacular stars. You've got a little bit more of a more all-star checklist. You've got players like Iverson, Penny, who I've got in my collection. You've also got Kobe, Jordan has a card in here. Again, you're starting to get into some slightly more valuable cards. The Penny and the Iverson, nothing that's going to break the bank, probably about $5 or so there. The Jordan is about a $20 to $30 card, typically, when you see that up. And then the Kobe is about a $10 to $15 card. So, starting to climb up there a little bit. Again, 1 in 18 packs, not exceedingly rare. Those are pretty cool cards to find. I think they're interesting. And, stuff that you can get if you like those in your collection. So, And then we're starting to get into the stratosphere with significantly more rare stuff now. So the next up is the Court Masters. So here we've got a penny. And these cards were 1 in 144 packs. So extremely rare. I mean, I don't know anybody that's pulled one of these, but these are really cool. These are very popular, and these have been rising significantly in price lately. So the interesting thing here is obviously you've got one of the player right side up and one upside down. Every single card in this set has one picture of the player in their home uniform and one in their away uniform, which I thought was neat. I always liked seeing those different uniforms, so I think that that's kind of a cool thing. You've got a lot of embossing, a lot of hollow foil, the whole hardwood. You've got embossing on the hardwood, you got hollow foil on the hardwood, so these are just very eye-catching cards. And like I said, these things have been going up significantly. I remember getting this penny, years ago, but this penny when I got it was about a $30 to $40 card. Today, this is close to a $100 card. Sometimes it's even a little bit, it goes for a little bit more, closer to 130 or 125 sometimes. So really cool to see these ascend in value. And again, a star-studded checklist on this. You've got Jordan, Kobe, Penny, Iverson, all the big stars. So getting a Jordan out of this would be unbelievable. You're looking at over $1,000, slightly over $1,000 for the Jordan. And obviously if it's in good shape, you're looking for significantly more. The Kobe is about a $250 card roughly. Pretty cool one there. We talked about the Penny. The Iverson, surprisingly, is actually a little bit less than Penny typically, so that might be one that might have some room to grow as well, because we typically see the Iversons right at or slightly above Penny's value. So interesting stuff there with the value soaring on those. And then the next group of three, they all kind of go in a line, so we'll go quickly through and highlight the best stuff here. So Star Powers, these are 1 in 4 packs. Good shot to see one of these base ones. We've got a Penny and we've got a KG. These are fun cards. The purple, it kind of has some cartoonish aspects with those stars, but fun stuff. But the entry level of this insert set, and then just build on there. So getting into the next one here, we've got the Star Powers Plus. These are 1 in 36 packs. So you see, we've got a Penny and we've got an Iverson, and these start to add some more design elements, keeping the same theming of the background and the stars, but now you've got some hollow foil on there. You can see that atomic design kind of pops a little bit more. You've got a little bit of a die cut here on the top. So they start adding some design elements into these, and then you've got that green background, which again follows through on the back, whereas you had the purple on the first level. So cool stuff there. And then the cream of the crop for this entire product, in all honesty, outside of the Platinum Medallion, is the Star Power Supreme. So here we've got a Penny. These are 1 in 288 packs, so twice as rare as the Court Masters, and these are just absolutely unbelievable. This is honestly right up there with the SPX Hollow View, in my opinion, for the best design of a 90s insert. I mean, when I got this in hand, I was floored. Pictures don't do this justice, so hopefully you can pick it up. You've got the acetate there. Those atomic little designs are all etched in hollow foil. You've got hollow foil on the stars, which really is set apart with that acetate. It definitely pops. But then the other thing that I think is incredible is on the back, the picture that you have on the back. On this version, you can see it all the way through to the front, which is very rare to see on an acetate. Typically, there's just like a matte white matting on the back for a picture, so having that follow through is a little design feature that I absolutely love. You see this was a Beckett Rock Hard review, RCR if you will. This got an 8.5. This is one that I brought to that New York card show. I was a little disappointed that this got an 8.5. That's why I didn't decide to slab it, but I kept it in this because it's a PC card, so what am I going to do? I was very happy to have this when I got this in my collection. I'm still happy regardless of the condition, and the condition of A5 is not bad for these. Honestly, these do not grade typically terribly easily, but there's not a lot of pennies that are graded. So looking at values on these, there being a Jordan, that one's probably about a $1,500 card right now. Sometimes it goes for a little bit more. There's a Kobe in the set that's probably about a $750 card. The Penny, so this one's right around the same as the Court Masters, a little bit more. So 100, 125, sometimes maybe 150 at the most if it's in really good shape. The Iverson's about a $150 card. We didn't talk about some of the values on the Star Power Plus. So the Jordan, that's about a $200 card for the Jordan, the Star Power Plus. The Kobe's probably about a $75 to $100 card. And then the penny is looking about $10, $15, $20, and the same for Iverson, and then it goes down from there. So some pretty cool stuff that we could potentially see, and hopefully we get some of this fire in the packs. Here we've got the packs. So we have got 6 packs. We've got 10 cards per pack. You see some of the highlights there. They definitely highlight the Platinum Medallions being numbered to 100. Again, we could see some Diamond Ink cards. We've talked about those in the Fleer products to try to get an autographed Bball. Nothing we can redeem there, so nothing too exciting. If you're looking to see if you've got a hobby pack, it is noted up here. If not, it'll say that it's retail, so those are things to look for. Again, hobby typically has better odds, and we definitely see that in the Ultra product here. So 6 packs, let's bust in, see what we get. All right, I like that. Starting out with a Magic player, Daryl Armstrong. Not much sticking right now, which is good. That's typical, not to see too much sticking on these. We've got a Chris Mullin backwards. David Wesley. Got a Tyrone Hill. Kind of bummed that all these are backwards. I'm just going to start from the back, actually. Diamond Ink of Tim Thomas. There we go with $1 million moments, like in the Fleer products. Kobe's a good one. Eric Dampier, Dennis Scott. Here's a rookie, Charles Smith. Oh, looks like we've got an insert. Oh, there we go with a 98 greats. Nice to start off that. 1 and 4, David Robinson. Very cool to get that. So we've got that. We've got an insert coming. Something sticky. Oh, okay. That's our gold. Not sure. Aldridge. There we go. Neat Feet Shaq. That's one of the better ones in the set. Very cool. Wow, this has been quite a pack. All 3 of the fire cards coming right in the middle. It's great. Tyrone Hill, we saw that on the back. All right, well, let's put this rookie aside. That's a great start. Let's hope we see more of this. All right, let's start the right way. Tony Battie with the Diamond Ink. There's a Rapper Redemption. The $1 million moments with Alonzo Mourning. Here we've got a Dean Garrett, not to be confused with Kevin Garnett. John Wallace. There's a Chauncey Billups rookie. Awesome. It's a future Hall of Famer. There's a rookie of Eric Washington, I believe. There is our gold medallion, and that's a rookie of Randy LaRue. Oh, nice. Another insert. Sweet deal, John Wallace. Scott Burrell. Rod Strickland. No, that's not good. All right, Carl Herrera. And Bobby Phils. All right, we're doing really well with inserts right now, so let's keep that going. All right, Danny Fortson. $1 million moments, Joe Dumars. There's a Chris Mills. Travis Knight. There's a rookie of Dewan Wheat. Another rookie of Randy LaRue to go with that gold medallion. Here's our gold medallion of Malik Sealy. Oh, there we go with an all rookie. We are just on fire with the inserts. Loving it. Tony Battie. Rick Smits. Eddie Johnson. Come on. Not the sound I like to hear, but a Mark Price with the Magic. And then Greg Anthony. All right, let's keep this streak alive. All right, another Tony Battie Diamond Ink. Rapper Redemption, Muggsy Bogues, $1 million moments. Clarence Weatherspoon. Todd Day. Got a rookie of Shea Seals. A tongue twister for you. Something stuck on the back here. Maybe it's the Band-Aids getting in the way. No, that's some sticking. Definitely some sticking. Oh yeah, and definitely some damage. But Keith Kloss, rookie, nothing too crazy. Oh, there we go. Gold medallion of Sharif Abdul-Rahim of the 98 Greats. So one of those subsets I was thinking might be a little bit more rare. Oh, there we go. Star Power, Stephon Marbury. We are just on a tear. This is phenomenal. Terry Mills. J.R. Reed. Oh. Corey Alexander. Got a Rasheed Wallace. All right. Doing very well. 2 packs left. Let's see how much better we can get. All right. Tracy McGrady, Diamond Ink. One of the better ones outside of Kobe. Glenn Rice, $1 Million Moments. Here we go with the base of Malik Sealy to go with our gold. We've got a rookie of Jacques Vaughn. Rookie of Tariq Abdul-Wahad. Another rookie, God Sham God. Great ball handler. There we go with a gold medallion of Isaiah Austin. Hey, there we go. Wow, another star power and a Shaq to boot. Wow. Doing really well. I am floored. Vin Baker. We've got a Bryant Stith. We've got Brian Grant and another Daryl Armstrong. All right, last pack. We have done absolutely phenomenally well with inserts. You know, 1 per pack. Let's hope we get something really exciting. I'd love to see a Supreme or a Court Masters. All right, we'll start from the other way just to make sure everything's in the same order. Tim Thomas, Rapper Redemption. Oh, there's a checklist for $1 Million Moments. Those aren't easy to find sometimes. Chris Mills, another Chauncey Billups rookie, not bad. Rookie here, DeJuan Wheat again. Another rookie with Eric Washington. It's a duplicate also. There we go with another gold John Wallace this time. All right, another insert. There we go, Brevin Knight, all rookie team. Another Vin Baker base. Eddie Johnson, Brian Grant, and last but not least, Priest Lauderdale. I'll tell you what, I am really happy with the way that those packs turned out. I mean, we got 1 insert in every single pack on top of the gold medallion. We also got a subset, which was 1 in 4. We got a subset of the gold medallion. I mean, really everything we could ask for. You know, obviously, you know, the Shaq, both with the star powers and the neat feats. Sorry, drew a blank there. You know, those were probably the best inserts. We got the Stephon Marbury star power is a great one as well. You know, would have been great to see one of the Supremes or even a plus. Would have been great to see some Jordans. But I mean, we did very well. You know, the all rookies, like I talked about. You know, even the Tim Duncan, which is the best, is not going to bring a whole ton of value. You know, so the rookies that we got, you know, even less so. The sweet deal, John Wallace is probably the worst player on that checklist, unfortunately. But, you know, it's always exciting to get a insert, and then the gold medallion are really cool. You know, as you can see, some of those are a little bit tricky, especially with the 98 Greats, to try to see if it's gold or platinum. Those can be a little bit tricky at times. So, really fun opening. I was really excited. Hopefully, you enjoy this as well. Question of the day for you. You know, we talked about the Star Power Supreme in this penny being one of my, if not, it may actually be my favorite design. I know I've said I've waffled between this and the Hollow View, but this is definitely right up there. You know, it might even be better than the Hollow View for my preferences. So, question of the day is, what is your favorite insert design? It can be from the 90s, it can be from later, you know, so just drop that down in the comments. What insert set is your favorite for the design aspect? Which one do you just love looking at, poring over all the details, all the intricacies, or maybe you've got some fond memories, whatever the case may be, drop that down in the comments. You know, this was a very fun pack. I know a lot of people are fans of Fleer Ultra from the 90s. Some of it is for the inserts, some of it is for some of the just great base. I mean, one of the things that I love about these cards is they really did a focus on photography. Stadium Club and Ultra were two of the sets that were really known for the photography. That's something I really love about base cards, all cards in general, but you see it a lot more with the base cards because you don't get all the players. Great photography sometimes can make a card. You know, the Kobe Bryant is one that comes to mind in this set that has an absolutely beautiful picture. Very similar picture in the 98-99 Ultra base as well for Kobe, you know, but a little bit different because this one was from the dunk contest. But, you know, capturing some of those just memorable moments, some of those very electric shots in a photo really makes a card sometimes. And sometimes you can get a card of a player that's not that great, but because it's got a really great photo, it's something that really you know, can be cherished and enjoyed in a collection. So that's something else that I really enjoy is the photography on these cards. So that's what we got today. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit the bell icon so you don't miss any videos in the future. New pack openings like this will drop on Wednesdays. Any bonus content will drop on Fridays. If you're looking for something else to wear around the house since we're all stuck in our homes right now, check out the merch shop. I've got one of my favorite shirts actually from the merch shop on today. The link for that will be down in the description, but we've got more than just shirts and things to wear, plenty of stuff for around the house or the office as well. So check it out. I'm always adding new products if there's anything new that I see, and from time to time there will be some promotions so I can get you those products for the lowest price possible so you can enjoy and share the passion for this great hobby and this channel where we talk about that passion. Thanks. Bye.